Good evening, families. It's Mrs. Knoll, and I know we're getting ready for our distance learning tomorrow, so I wanted to kind of go over our Google Classroom. Looks a little bit different than when we have it in our normal classroom. The first thing you're going to notice on our stream is the attendance. This has to be done every day. It is time-stamped. So when you click here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, anytime before 10. So if you wake up at 6 a.m., if you wake up at 5 a.m., if you wake up at 8 a.m., soon as you get up, you're going to put in your ID number, first name, last name. You're going to tell me how you're doing, if there's anything I can do to support you, what your learning plan is for today, and what is the activity you've chosen to do for your 30 minutes of PE. And then you're going to click submit. So that's how and I have to send in, and it's time-stamped when you send it in. So I will be sending that into the district. The second thing you're going to notice that instead of Miss Knoll typing out a daily agenda, I'm doing weekly, and it's not typed out like individually like I put it here. I did put a few reminders. All assignments are due by 4 p.m. I did put that our Google whole class meet is going to be Mondays and Wednesdays at 9:30, and then we're going to do another one at 10 on Friday. And then I'm going to be available Google Meet for you from 11 to 12 Monday through Thursday if you need help. You also have a Zoom with Mr. Zender from 3 to 3:30 on Mondays. So two things, when you're meeting with me, whole class, and this office hours, if you need me during that time, well, when we are meeting, you're going to click this link. And then if you need me during that 11 to 12 time, you will click this link right here, and I will be in there to answer any questions or help you with any of your work. If you need me and it's not that time, send me a text and I can always go in here. You can't go in without me, so I have to go in first. You need to give me a heads up that you need some help. I'll let you know when I'm ready and I will go in and meet you. So you're not completely limited to that 11 to 12 time, but if you do need some extra support, let me know. Mr. Zender, if you haven't already done so, for his Zooms, what you're going to do is you should have already signed up for his classroom. But if you go, do I not have Mr. Zender's classroom? Yeah, I do. If you go to Mr. Zender's classroom, he's got his distance learning stuff here. He's got some other stuff for you. But if you scroll down, Mr. Zender, Mondays meet. This is the link that you'll use. If you're on an iPad, there's the ID number and there's the password if it does ask you for a password. So you'll click in there and go. If you have not signed up for his Google Meet, when you go to Classwork, which by the way is where all Mrs. Knoll's work is now living, there is now one for PE. So here's his Zoom meeting. I went ahead and I put it in my classroom too. And that's for the 3:30 time. His PE requirement. So before you mark this done, make sure that you join his class, and there's his class code, and you read his letter. For the days that you won't be meeting with Mr. Zender, if you pick on the letter, it's going to take a while to open up. There are lots of little links that will take you to videos. Any of these videos will be perfect for you to do your 30 minutes of PE when you're not with Mr. Zender on the Monday. So on Monday, you would say PE with Mr. Zender, but on the rest of the week, you kind of have to tell me what activity you're choosing to do. Okay, I'm going to go back into the stream, and I don't want to confuse you all, but I'm trying to make sure I show you everything you need. So here is our agenda for the week. It's not, it doesn't have links in it, but it kind of gives you a sort of a schedule. Everything here is going to be due on the Friday. So Khan Academy, if you haven't signed up, I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. But we are going to be doing the multiplication by 1. So multiplication by 1 digit this whole week. You're just going to follow. It has videos, it has activities, and it has a quiz and a test. And so you'll make sure that you get all of those done by the end of the week. We are going to be reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I suggest, so there's a video that goes with each of these days, and I'll show you that soon. We are going to do, for writing, we're going to be learning about adjectives, and we're going to be doing a descriptive journal. For history, we are going to be doing Gold Rush. I have it in 2 parts. And then for science, we're going to be doing a digital plants project. And then for art, we are doing a tulips project. So this is kind of a nice overview. I sort of broke it apart because you should be working around 2.5 hours each day on your schoolwork, not with me, but on your schoolwork. So this kind of breaks it up into what I feel like is about 2.5 hour chunks. If you want to work ahead, maybe you want to do Monday's work and Tuesday works on Monday because you know you have more time, totally fine. This is your schedule. But everything needs to be due to me by 4 p.m. on Friday so that I can grade it and return it back to you. So let's go back in. So again, your agenda will always be here. Your attendance will always be here. Now, under classwork, that is where all of your assignments are going to be. First of all, I have our home edition of MM News, and I'll keep putting them there as we do them. You have your PE here. Mr. Zender also has a YouTube channel now. So I went ahead and I put his first workout here. I will keep adding his other YouTube videos as he makes them. Now, for math, you have the multiplication by 1-digit unit. So if you haven't already done so, I need you to go to the link below, which is in the assignment. Sorry, my view is slightly different than your view. But when you go to this link right here, you're going to do create new account, enter your date of birth, and you're going to make sure that you sign in with Google and then choose your 997 Google. You are going to, once you've finished all of the lessons, so there's short videos, and you just do them in order. Follow it exactly as I've set it up because I made it the way I needed it to be for you guys. There will be short quizzes, there'll be assignments, there'll be videos, and at the very end, there'll be a test and it'll say you're done with the unit. When you're completely done with the unit, then you can mark this done. So I know to go into Khan Academy and grade your grades. Okay, I'm going back to classwork because that's where all of our stuff is. For reading, I went ahead and I put it all in one assignment. So do not turn this in until you've done all of it, okay? So each of these videos are about 12 minutes long. This video reads chapters 1 and 2. This one reads chapters 3, 4, and 5. This one reads 6 and 7, and this one reads 8 and 9. So you are going to, as you read them, go to the Google slide. You're going to answer the questions for the chapters in it. It's going to take a while because I'm recording and it's very, very slow, but you can kind of see here's chapter 1, 2, and 3. There's a quick write. You're just going to text box. There's vocabulary, true, false questions. This has, I think it's 6 slides. It's taking a little while for it to load up. It's 6. So you need to complete all of these slides, and that's what you're doing for reading, okay? Sorry, go back because it is frozen again. So again, I go to classwork because all my work is. For writing, you have 2 activities. I'm going to exit these so that it goes a little bit faster. For writing, you have a adjective slides, which is going to teach you about adjectives. So when you click here, the first slide is going to have a couple of videos that I want you to watch so that you can remember what an adjective is and kind of learn everything you need to for the adjective. It's going to take a second to load up. I don't know why it keeps doing this. So here are the 3 that I want you to watch first. And the rest of the pages are pretty much drag and drop. So a blank is a word that blank a noun. So I would say an adjective, and I would drag adjective this box and leave it. You want to drag it on it. Internet's being kind of funny now. So you're going to want to fill in all of these boxes where they go. The rest of the pages are either drag in the box or they are fill in the blank. So like that's a fill in the blank. That one's a drag in the box. Identify it, ABCs. You can kind of get the picture. So when this is done, then I want you to go to the next assignment, which is the journal paragraph. And it is a Google form. And I found a picture. So you'll do your first name, your last name. I found this picture. And you are going to write a creative paragraph using lots of adjectives to tell what is happening in this paragraph. So you'll type your answer here, and this is going to be your paragraph. Remember, capitals, periods, lots of descriptive language, okay? Remember, a paragraph is more than 5 sentences. It needs to have an introduction and a conclusion. So this should be a solid paragraph. We've been working on these for a long time, and I know that you're going to do a good job. Next is history. So for history, you are going to go to Edpuzzle. It's probably not going to let me because I have a teacher account. Yep. Oh, it'll show it to me. So you will via and it stops. And I believe on this one it has, well, you can see wherever it stops is a question, and you'll need to answer those questions. There are 2 ed puzzles. You need to do, or 2 ed puzzle, or 2 of the Gold Rush. There's part 1 and part 2. You need to do part 1 first and then part 2. Otherwise, it won't make sense to you. I'm going to actually show you listening and speaking before I show you science because it's a lot easier. So listening and speaking, I did another one of our favorite art hubs, but this one is on some spring tulip drawing because we are doing some stuff with plants. So I wanted to have you draw a plant. When you are done with it, you're going to click on the link for Flipgrid and share your tulip drawing on Flipgrid. You should all know how to do this. If you have any questions, you can always ask me during our office hours. These 2 are extra credit. If you want to be an MM News, here you can video yourself, and I gave you some ideas of some different things that you can do, and you can attach it to this assignment, and I will get you an MM News. CVAS is also doing something where they're posting their stuff on TV. So here are the instructions. It has the website, and it has where you would send your video to. But if you click here, it's going to take a while to load up, unfortunately. Sorry about my Wi-Fi today. But this tells you all, oh, look, we're in there. MM News Home Edition. How cool. But anyways, it has all of our stuff, and it tells you this is where you would upload your video if you want to submit it and get on TV through SECC TV. So those 2 are extra credit and for fun, but the tulip one is due. So these 2 will always stay here. Next is our digital science project, okay? Plant project. So when you click on here, and I know it's going to take a minute to load, there is a choice. You need to go in order so that you can learn about all things, and it is taking a minute to load. So let me get things. A little bit. Again, I'm sorry about my internet today. Oh, it went away quickly. I do want to say that I know this is a little bit different. It's kind of similar to what we do normal class, but different. Okay, so this one in subject is we're going to start here. So it's here about the parts. So when you click there, it's going to take you very slowly. There we go. When you click here, it has plant parts, and you'll click that link down below, and there's an article that you can read. It's going to minute. It kind of talks about different plant parts, and you can click on it and read you. But play with this. It's being very slow. So each of these, I'll read it. But they also want you to click the circle so you can read more about all the different plant parts. When you're done, you will click the link, and it's here. You label, click to. There, and it should take you to slide 2. Now you're going to label plants. So you will drag and drop these parts to go. Okay. Go back to your choice board, and the arrow shows you going over here. So here it says click to read about the plant, and then it says click here to label a flower. Then it says click here to read about the plant survival. Click here to write about it. Then you're going to come down here. Click here to read about the needs of a plant. Then click here to write about them. And you're going to follow this all the way. There's a video, a do this activity, a watch this activity, a click here to write about it. So you're going to follow all this. And then when you get to the very end, there's a project that you're going to share on Flipgrid. So when you click here, it takes you to slide 10. As design poster infographic. Humans impact plants in many ways. There are positive and some are negative. Your job is to design a poster or infographic that informs people about the issues and how they can get involved. You can make a new slide. So if you want, you can click here to new slide, or you can use a piece of paper and color crayons, whatever you have at home, to design it. Your poster must clearly state how humans are impacting plants, clearly show how people can help, include a call to action, use persuasive language, and be visually appealing. The font should be easy to read, colorful, etc. When you're done, you're going to click on this link, and you're going to share your poster, and you're going to tell us about these things in Flipgrid. Okay? If you need some ideas, here's some sites that can help you with drawing a really good poster. And there's even some samples of some environmental awareness posters. Now, I want to tell you that when this week is over, I'm going to take all of the assignments, except for the extra credit ones. Oops. I'm going to take all of those assignments, except for the 2 extra credit ones, and I'm going to move it down into past due assignments. So if you haven't done it by 4, you can still do it. It's just it's going to be in past due assignments, and I might have to mark it a little bit late. So please make sure you get all of your work done today or this week. And then on Friday, I'm going to load up the math, the reading, the writing. I will also put in past due assignments, I will put the agenda from this week right here, there as well in the past due assignments so that you'll know what went with those assignments, okay? And then the new agenda will be on the front. I know it's a lot, but you've got this. I'm always there for you. And hopefully, here's another way you could do the meets. You can also click there. Mama. I hope everything is going well and good luck tomorrow. I can't wait to see you in our 9:30 a.m. Zoom.